How am I supposed to get you? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan, and this is Leo, and he's being very naughty today. Exhibit A. Get down. Anyway guys, I wanted to talk to you about how I design my customized websites. So there's many ways to do this, and there's many platforms to do this on, but I actually prefer designing my websites on Photoshop and then either outsourcing a developer or taking it into my hands to do it on Divi or Leo. But yeah, so anyway, I have just recently been learning how to take Photoshop files and putting it into Divi. And Divi is basically a theme builder. It is like an extension for WordPress. No. Divi is basically comes with a built-in theme builder, and it makes it very easy to customize your websites and build it however you want it to look. So Divi, I believe, is like $100 per year. Actually, I think it's a one-time payment. I'll double check and I'll put that up here. But it has been amazing because it's a one-time payment and you can use it on unlimited amount of clients. So, and it's also super easy for clients to learn and use themselves. So I highly recommend using Divi. WordPress is much better for responsiveness through mobile devices, tablets, things like that. So definitely do your research before you decide to go with a different brand or company before using WordPress, because WordPress is definitely like at the top in my opinion, and a lot of those other programs are easy to use but in the long term might not give you everything that you need. So anyway, I am actually in the process of rebranding my business. I want it to look more cohesive with like all of my social media profiles, and I want it to be easy for me to add portfolio pieces, and just I have like a vision for it and it's not what it currently is right now. And I wanted to just walk you guys through how I do this and sort of learn with you guys when I am turning it into a WordPress Divi site. So with that said, let's hop into the video. I'm going to show you guys my screen, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Okay guys, I wanted to show you basically how I start web design. And yes, I look different because I filmed my intro a few weeks ago. But I wanted to show you guys how you can start a web design project. This is basically the Photoshop file that I started with, and this basically helped me get the sizing of my header right, so the colors I wanted to use for my top bar and my menu bar. And this is my color palette from Instagram because I want my entire website to have the same aesthetic as my social media profiles. So I started designing on here. It was looking good, but then I just got way too excited to see how it was going to look live. So I ended up just going for it and kind of freehanding the live. And I sort of just started freehanding the live website, and I actually use a subdomain because I don't want to be building this on my main domain because I still get some clients coming through my contact form. So let's figure out okay. So this is how my website is looking right now. It's still loading a little bit. I need to optimize a lot of my images, but I just wanted to show you guys like the possibilities you have with Divi and how you can make it look literally exactly like your Photoshop file. So this is what my website looks like, and if I make it smaller, you can see that it's pretty responsive. I still need to go through and make sure that it's perfectly responsive, but yeah, that part takes some time and patience, and I have yet to do that. But this is what it looks like so far. And then this section right here, I actually ended up coding, which is something I definitely had to learn. It was a bit of a learning curve, but really happy with how this is looking so far. You can change the colors of this, but it's pretty cool because Divi actually comes with a portfolio like option. Let me just turn my iPad down. The heck? Okay, so I sort of just wanted to show you guys like the basics of creating like global footers and the freedom you have to design things on certain pages. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys that. Also, I want to show you how you can like get background things like this, because that is something I didn't know how to do. And you know what? I'm going to show you guys that now. So I'm going to enable Visual Builder up here. And basically what I did for these sections was just create a basic section. And then for this background right here, I believe I went into this. I actually went into here. And then to add a line like that in the background, I just created a image right here. And if you want it to kind of go across the page, you can hit transform and you can make it smaller, bigger, and then you can like move where exactly you want it on the page. So I thought this was a really, really cool option, because I love when backgrounds have like some drawings or illustrations, things like that. So yeah, you can make it bigger wherever you want it to be. You can even like rotate it a little bit. So it's pretty awesome. I just drew this in Photoshop and I brought it in as an image in here. And then if you want to see what it looks like when it's smaller, kind of goes off the page. So that's something you definitely would have to play around with, but it's definitely a very awesome option. And I did that same for here. But yeah, I want to actually build something with you guys to show you how exactly it works. So let's go up here and let's go to my services page. And this is a page that's currently in the works, so I'm not completely done with it, so I thought this would be a perfect page to show you guys how you can build like sections like this. Very, very basics of Divi, but I just want to show you guys like how I do it. It might not be the right way, but it works for me and it works for my website, so this is just how I do it. But okay, let's actually just redo this whole section. So I'm going to copy this. Okay, so I'm going to make a section about my a la carte items. So I'm going to go right here, click this, and I'm going to insert a new section. But for this part, I kind of want to do a specialty section because I want to have like a few different images to show on one side and then make it look, because it's like a la carte, I'm offering quite a few different things. So I'm going to select this one. You know what, actually, delete this. I'm going to select this one here, and we're going to type in image, and I'm going to start picking the images for what I offer for a la carte. So I already uploaded a lot of these images, but one thing you really should note is these images should be optimized and resized, and so that the website's not slowed down because of the image. I'm going to go back and do that later just because I want to show you guys how I do this for this video. But yeah, I will be going back and resizing and then renaming everything for SEO. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to do it right now. So I'm going to redo this one as well. Okay, so what I did there was this little button here, it actually copies the image. So if you want to do like a grid of pictures, you can copy it and then just drag things. Like that's what's so awesome about Divi. You can just drag things everywhere. So now I'm going to put text here, and then we just copied my text from the old one. So I'm going to paste it. And now I want the font to match everything else on this page. So I'm going to show you guys how you do that. Select it and you go to design. So basically you just go to design, hit your text, and then I've been using Montserrat. I like to make sure my font is the same across every single page. So I've been using Montserrat, and then I used light 14 1.7. So let's select light 14 1.7. Okay, now I need a title for this too. So you can actually just come up here, copy that, and then drag it all the way down. And then I'm going to rename this and then if you hold A on the keyboard, you can actually bring up the accents. This is heading 2, and I want it all capital, so I'm gonna hit this right here. Perfect. And then we can redo these images. And I'm really anal about like these not being the same size, so I'm gonna go back later and make sure that they're all the same size, but for now this is totally fine. So let's say if I want this to be a little bit smaller, like pushed to the side a little bit, you can even go to sizing here and mess with the width a little bit. So I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller and then realign it over here, so that my text right here can be a little bit bigger. It's already at its max width, but now I just feel like this isn't like overcrowding the section. So yeah, that's just a quick little peek into how you can create sections and everything. And I just usually create one button, copy it, and then drag it down, so that my buttons on the page look exactly the same. And then when you're creating custom buttons, you just come in here and then it'll ask you if you want to use custom styles. So I always hit yes, and I love the look of putting an icon and having that show up when you hover. So I'm going to change the text on this. I'm trying to get creative with what I say on my buttons. I'm actually going to add something kind of cool, like a text. Design for your business. Let's make this the Montserrat font. And there's actually a way to create your body font, your heading font, the same. You just would go into your Divi theme options and add code. so that the code would basically say for heading 1, I want it to be the Libre Baskerville font size, whatever, and it'll do that across every single page. But I have not done that for my site. I definitely should and make it so much easier, but just know that is an option. There we go. That makes it kind of flow with the button. If you want to like decrease the size between the two, you can go like that. But just beware if you're doing little things like that, that you should check and make sure it looks okay on mobile. So if you want to make sure it looks good on mobile, you would hit this little purple button here, select the mobile icon, and it shows you exactly what it would look like on your phone, which is honestly my favorite part of Divi. I think that is so helpful. So it's pretty responsive. There's things like this I need to fix, like the image being centered rather than off to the side. And I need to change the colors of these. This needs to be centered. So that was because I realigned it. So let's actually make that a centered realignment. And yeah, honestly, I think having the option to see what it looks like on tablet, on mobile, on desktop is one of the best parts of this whole process, because if your website is not mobilely optimized, your SEO will never be very good. So that is something that I think is a huge bonus with Divi. But yeah, this is how I design my websites. This is how I design them for my clients, and it saves me time. It gives me a lot of creative flexibility, and I absolutely love it. So for my footer, the last thing I want to show you guys is I basically created a global footer. So on every single page, this footer is on there. If you go to my portfolio page, it's on there. My contact page, which I still need to build, it's not built yet. My about page, it's on there. So I wanted to show you guys how I did that. I first off designed the footer on my home page, and then let me go back. I'm getting ahead of myself. But on my home page, I had originally designed this, and then I'm gonna go to my visual builder, and then I basically, this is a nice trick for anyone that's trying to create a global header or footer. But I basically I can't do it now because it's a static global footer, but you would see this little arrow button, which is basically like download, save, and I basically had saved my footer design and added it to my category. And then I went to my dashboard, and then when you go to Divi here, I need some updates done, but when you go to Divi here, you would basically go to theme builder, and you would see the option add header, global body, global footer. So then I went to global footer, and I was able to actually, I'll show you guys, add from library, and I was able to add the footer that I wanted. So it was as easy as that. And yeah, so now this is on every single page. If I want to change anything for my footer, I would go to the global footer section right here and change it. So I'm going to need to do that for the content. Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that. Trying to think if there's any other really cool Divi things. Yeah, basically these are all the things I have saved, like I just showed you for the footer. Like I've saved this button. So if I wanted to like edit the button, I don't want to do that. And then Divi also has all these theme options. So when I decide to add my social profiles, I can do that here. And you can, when I was telling you guys, you can make your header font, your body font, all of those the same across every page. You would add that code right in here. I don't have that yet, but that is something you can do, and it would save so much time, especially if you have like a ton of clients and you're trying to make the website look really consistent, definitely recommend doing that. But yeah, you can edit your pages here, your layout, some SEO stuff here. So these are all things I will add on later, but I am doing this on subdomains, so I'm not stressing too much about all of these different like integrations and SEO and everything. But I just wanted to show you guys a quick little peek into how I have been designing my sites. Forgot to mention this real quick. Divi Supreme is a plugin that you can download, and it gives you some different options for sections on your page. So I'll show you guys a little bit of what Divi Supreme offers. If I go to Enable Visual Builder, and then let's say I want to add a section, you would be able to see all of these. So it comes with different dividers, shapes, images, it even has a before and after look to it, before and after image slider, different, like, just gives you a little bit more flexibility into some different design options for your page. Oh yeah, I'll show you guys how I coded this too. Basically had they have a short code if you Google it for vertical tabs, and I believe I entered code onto the main page here. Yeah, so it's really cool. It came with this code when I Googled it, and you can change the colors and everything of the, like, this tab here and stuff. So honestly, there's a code for anything. If you just Google it, you'll find whatever you need, and you just got to play around with it, not be afraid to make mistakes and then undo it, redo it, and just keep learning. So yeah, that is how I design my websites really quick. And so I just wanted to show you guys really quick because I tried screen recording before and it was like an hour and a half long, which was just not working for a quick YouTube video. But if you guys are interested in seeing more details or even just watching me design an entire page, let me know. I can definitely do that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. Your own brand and how to design websites for your clients. I find it really actually super satisfying when you can see your Photoshop file turn into a working website. It's like so satisfying and it's so fun to do. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, I would appreciate it so much if you gave it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I will see you guys in my next video.